And welcome back, Beerfield Fantasy Football fans.
Hi, Murray.
Oh, we forgot to reorient the mic, the webcam. So we just have a shot of the printer.
That's good. You guys might want to fix that. My face is here, though.
Yep, we got Hopper's face. I'm in the shot now. Dan is creeping in the bottom corner. Sorry about that, guys. Good morning. Hopefully you guys are all set here and all ready for Week 13, but just in case you are not, yeah, it's kind of on you, but you should be set.
All right, whatever. We'll fix it later.
We'll fix it later.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
We're going to get, if you guys are not ready for Week 13, though, we're here to answer all your start-sit questions. Thank you so much for joining us. We are sipping coffee, trying to get through this morning. At least I'm sipping coffee. I don't know what you're doing. Mountain Dew.
I've got coffee.
We're just trying to make it through this tough morning here. We have some news to talk about, both Chiefs, Ravens, and any other major news that we missed since Friday.
I don't think so.
Chiefs, Ravens, there's updates on Melvin Gordon. There's rumors around the Cardinals and Bengals.
Yeah. All right. So we got some stuff to talk about there. We'll get to all your guys' start-sit questions. Make sure your lineups are all set to go. Before we get to that, as a reminder, we are Beerfield Fantasy Football. Thank you so much for joining us on the live stream. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do this every Sunday before kickoff. I'm at Nick Sparts. We got Dan Thury rocking the Ravens jersey here.
Yeah, Thury BFF. Shout out to my stepdad. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday. And then he was in the first fantasy league I ever played in.
He was. He did things.
Yeah. All right, and then joining us from St. Louis is Christopher Hopper.
At Hop BFF, what's up, guys? Just want to give a shout out to every place that the storm system that rolled through kind of our neck of the woods. Both of our neck of the woods, actually.
Yeah.
There were 22 different tornadoes that touched down. I think 3 or 4 different towns that got ravaged by them. So just T's and P's with those guys and the first responders and everybody that's out there working to get that cleaned up and power restored and those families.
Yeah, I think it was one town about half an hour from where we're at and another town that's about 45 minutes from where we're at.
When Lewiston, Havana, that area got hit, and then down by Staunton got hit, which is about an hour south. So
just all over the place.
Yeah.
All the news is, all the inactives and actives are rolling in.
All right, well, let's hit some of that, and then we'll grab some of these questions here. Up first, a big one that we see here is that Joe Flacco not going to go against the Falcons even as a backup potential, so it is going to be the Lamar Jackson show again.
Same with Mitchell Trubisky. He is also inactive. It's going to be the Chase Daniels show, and everything that happens to him won't be Trubisky.
Yeah. Trubisky apparently looked good throwing the football, so he will be back next week. I think this is just an abundance of caution in a game that the Bears should be able to at least hang in, if not win, without him there.
Yeah. I think also too they're looking at it. They want to make sure he's not going to re-injure it when he's back.
Yeah, they've got a bit of cushion in the division. It's not a lot, but enough to where they don't have to rush him in.
Yeah, and even if they didn't win the division, they're almost a guaranteed lock for a playoff spot.
Exactly.
You got some other ones. Guts Edwards, Marlon Mack, Randall Cobb are all active. Kuti is out. So
Demaryius Thomas.
How
you doing?
Some flex value to him. Jalen Ramsey is active.
Okay, that sucks for Hilton.
No Amendola, but Devonta Parker is playing.
Okay.
For what that's worth.
Normally you don't talk offensive linemen much, but Bengals are going to be missing Cordy Glenn, which makes that situation, a bad situation, uglier.
Yeah.
Rough.
All right. Anything else major on the news? All right. Well, we should quick talk about. We're not going to spend too much time on this. We mostly talked about this on Friday's episode, but just after we finished recording Friday's episode, the Chiefs released Kareem Hunt for the incident that we discussed on Friday's episode. So we don't have to go into the incident again specifically, but what do we think about the Chiefs releasing him and what's happened kind of since that fallout?
Well, as far as the Chiefs releasing him, I think that they did the right thing to separate themselves from it. It set a precedent to where he lied to them. He admitted that they lied to him. That actually just popped up on Roto World. He's not denying anything, admitting guilt. So, but yeah, he's going to face a lengthy suspension, and the Chiefs are setting the tone that we're not going to tolerate this. We don't want this in our in our organization. I've seen the Tyreek Hill comparisons and things like that, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes dumb moves, dumb decisions. It doesn't justify it, but how you handle those does say something. And the way Hunt handled it after the fact, I think ultimately is what led to his release.
Yeah, and it's not a small thing that they just straight up cut him. I mean, he's an all-pro player who's on a third-round rookie contract, which is dirt cheap for an organization. It gives them such an advantage. And these guys' jobs, like from the GMs to the coaches, basically rely on them winning football games. So it's no small thing that they just went and straight up cut him for this.
No, and like the fact is that he was a third-round pick. He wasn't a quarterback. He was a running back on a team that's very heavy throwing offense.
With a very capable backup and another couple backups that flashed at least in preseason.
It's gonna be very interesting to see how the running back market now has gone from pretty good with Le'Veon Bell headlining it to Bell and Hunt as the headliners for its upcoming.
Yep.
Now he's gonna have this the 6-game suspension. He's gonna try to find a way to serve it this year.
Report is it may be more because now they're now considering the incident at the amusement park as well.
I think it should be higher. I thought it would be at least 8 to start with, and then
I'm still saying it's probably 8.
Yeah. So there is it's gonna be a very interesting running back offseason.
And even though he's like saying he's going to admit to it, I see zero chance the NFL's not going to do their due diligence on this.
Well,
before
he should.
down the
I
suspension.
think the real thing here is, okay, you're admitting to it now, but you had the chance to admit to it before.
Yep.
You're admitted to it now because you can't deny it. There's video evidence.
Yeah, like this just seems very telegraphed, and yes, it's the right thing to do by him right now, but it doesn't excuse him for what he's done with the past with this.
Yeah, and they'll want to dig into this further and just make sure there's nothing else they're missing before they hand down the punishment, because they don't need another black eye on this. If not literally, what's the figurative black eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is them cutting their losses. And
all right, should we get to some of these questions?
Sure, let's go ahead and run into some of the questions here.
All right, so we'll start with Jerry here. Who do I sit to start where this week? So this is a sit to start where, unless you guys feel like these guys are better. Chris Carson, Sony Michel, or Stephon Diggs?
Sonny Michel.
Yeah,
Sony
Michel is
Michel.
my pick too. I don't think it matters on Nick Gordon for that one.
yeah, Carson's got a little bit of a rough matchup, but Michelle's volume isn't insulated, so I'm sitting him.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a few more here. Pavan's got 3 in a row here, so we'll do his quick. Gus the Bus or Joe Mixon?
I'm going Gus Bus.
Gus, he's officially active.
Yeah, that one's really close. I'm gonna.
It's
It's
honestly, I think it was the Cordy Glenn thing was kind of what called me to Gus. I'm a little worried about their offensive line holding up against Denver.
yeah. We're gonna go Gus. I'm gonna agree with you you guys on this one. Philip Rivers or Jameis Winston?
Jamie's.
Jameis, as he puts.
I think it's Winston.
Winston versus Carolina, good matchup. Chargers on the road in Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, and I had notes. I don't remember what they were, but I had notes on this on Friday too, to where it's basically going to be a floor game for Rivers. I would think. I know I said that last week, but I'm going Winston again.
Yeah,
This time I'm taking Winston. So
I think this is a great Winston game here to kind of play spoil to Carolina's playoff hopes. Then last
Pittsburgh is
one,
not an easy place to go into.
yeah, no. Last one, then we'll do some more notes from around the league. Chris Conley or forgot his first name. Marcel Aitman. The
It's
tight end
Conley.
himself.
it's Conley.
It's Conley with no Watkins, and it's Conley this week.
All right. Let's talk about the running back change that happened in Baltimore. Alex Collins going to IR for his foot injury because he couldn't get over it, and they activated Kenneth Dixon.
Yeah, I don't think Dixon's role is going to be huge this week. I think they want to see where he's at football-wise shape, and just with the offense has completely changed with Lamar Jackson taking over. Gus the Bus and Jackson have performed extremely well together in terms of the running game being more run focus. Ty Montgomery is a better pure pass catching back than what Dixon is. So Dixon's a more talented back. Ty fits the role better, and I don't think we're going to see much change unless something happens this week.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. You've won 2 straight. You've beaten, some bad teams, but hey, they're wins.
All right. Should we go back to some questions?
Sure. All right. What's up, Jared? Jared said, what's up? Should I sit Landry for Sutton this week?
Hell the fuck yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of that point for Landry. We all liked him coming into this season, especially with
He's in
upside.
timeout. You got to see it. At least Sutton has upside.
Yeah. Landry and Wentz are in timeout for us. We're going to go back to Pavon. MVS or Josh Reynolds?
It's Josh Reynolds
It's
by
Josh
a mile.
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Reynolds by a mile. Moving on to Alex's question. Lost Hunt and Fournette need to beat the first place team to make the playoffs.
I don't think it's a question. I think he's just looking for some sympathy or support.
Your
That's
question
wrong.
is, good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Alex. That is a. I've lost Fournette and Collins in a lot of places, so I'm also in a rough spot in a few places. I need wins, including Scott Fishbowl.
I lost Hunt and Scott Fishbowl, so thank God for Josh Adams and James Conner.
I went back and looked at some of my MFL rosters, and I'm like, oh, I think I have Spencer Ware in some places, and I've randomly find out I have Spencer Ware in a Dynasty League and Scott Fish. I just missed the playoffs, though, so unfortunately that sucked.
Hey, there's the T2 tier
There's
2
the
tournament.
tier 2 that I got to try to run a train over. All right. Boring. Trey says, boring question. Rolling out the Texans defense or pick up Green Bay's with the snowy weather?
As much as I like the Texans week to week, you play Green Bay against the Cardinals on the road.
Yeah. You do.
With weather and tail, that's very low scoring, makes a decent floor. Jimmy says, must win today, and Josh Adams is still questionable. Do I start Theo Riddick over him?
No.
The reports are he's going to play.
Yeah.
So the only way you're sitting Josh Adams is if you look like you're just going to kick this guy's ass and just want like 10 points.
Yeah. There's a real world report this morning that says he's on track for Monday night, so no.
If you have any concern, just go and pick up Smallwood or Clement. I'm sure one of them got dropped.
I had a league where I was just looking to increase my options, and I picked up Sproles, who had been dropped. If Adams can't go, I think he'll see a decent amount of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Now Alex got his question. He said yes. I'm just whining. But a different team, he says. If Diggs can't go, Davis or Baldwin? My answer is Davis here.
I think Davis is in the noon games, so.
Well, I saw something this morning too. That my first check I wrote a world that said Diggs is likely to play.
Yeah, I don't think there's any real concern about Diggs. So Diggs should be playing. You shouldn't have to worry about it. The issue is Davis is in a noon game, so by the time you know if Diggs is going, you won't know. Baldwin, I believe, is in the 3 o'clock, so you'd be subbing in Baldwin.
Yeah. It would be Baldwin just based on time frame. You're not gonna in a matchup where there's gonna be a ton of throwing. You're not gonna risk missing out on starting Diggs.
Yeah, and I have Davis and Baldwin pretty close anyway, so it's not that big a difference.
So then the real question would have been Diggs or Davis, and then you flex to Baldwin.
No,
if you can't
you're
play.
leaving Diggs in, and Baldwin's your flex if Diggs isn't active.
Yeah, I agree with you guys there. Morning Joe, Big Ben or Phillip Rivers, and then standard scoring. I'm assuming 4-point touchdown then. Ben at home. I don't care how good the Chargers defense is. Ben is otherworldly.
They haven't faced a ton of really good quarterbacks.
Diggs' knee is swollen and he needs to test it pregame.
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, with having Baldwin there, it gives you some insulated value. Yeah,
with Baldwin there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is an alert. Yep, just sub in Baldwin if Diggs can't go.
Yeah. Packers defense or Seahawks defense from Dylan?
Seahawks.
Yeah, they get San Francisco
With quarterback.
Yeah. He also asks, in a full point PPR, Chris Herndon or Gerald Everett?
Everett.
Yeah, I do not like Herndon this week.
I like with the full point. I think it makes it closer for me.
Everett still gives you excellent shot at red zone targets, especially without Cup. Without Cup there,
you get Darnold back, maybe. See, I think if you need upside, Everett. I think if you need floor from your tight end, which I don't think is much of a difference. I would lean Herndon, but
yeah, the difference is 3 points. Give me the touchdown upside.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Questions? No. You guys have any asking for friends?
Now with the Diggs news, I might.
I had one. It was a Chris Carson, Marlon Mack.
Carson? San Francisco?
That's what I ended up doing. San Francisco's not a tremendous matchup, but Max is just downright bad.
Yeah.
Oh, gross. So if Diggs can't go in one league, I'm gonna have to be rolling in Josh Doxson in his place.
Hey, my start of the week.
That is a bit of a downgrade. Gross.
Slightly. Any weather updates? Hearing snow and
Snow in
Green
Green
Bay?
Bay, apparently.
that makes things interesting.
It's going to be white and windy. Around an inch possible during the game for snow accumulation. And it's going to be, what's the wind? Up to 20-mile-an-hour gusts, so decently windy.
Oh, I've been asking for a friend.
Okay.
Russell Wilson or Kirk Cousins?
Oof.
I think I'm going Wilson.
I like them both, but yeah, it's tough.
Cousins has the opportunity to spot 40. I think that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, it's who's more likely to boom. I think Wilson's floor is safer, but Cousins has been a better quarterback on the road this year. I think he's over 330 passing yards average on the road.
I need a boom.
Yeah, it's fine with Cousins.
Now, how concerned am I about the weather in Green Bay?
I mean, I think it helps the defense out. I'm not overly concerned about it, though.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Questions are starting to roll back in again. Alex X says half-point PPR. Pick 3. We're going to read these off. Josh Adams, Larry Fitzgerald, Cortland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, Deion Lewis. Pick 3, half-point PPR.
Adams, Lewis for sure. And then it's either Fitz or Sutton.
Probably Fitz. They're going to have to throw out if it's windy. It's going to be underneath shit.
Yeah, I just like Sutton's matchup so much against the Bengals.
I like Lewis's matchup, too, against the Jets.
Well, yeah, Lewis and Adams are for sure. There's no debate there.
So it's between Fitz, Sutton, and Ridley. It's not Ridley against Baltimore, even though they are going to be without Tony Jefferson.
I'm going to go Sutton.
It's Fitz and Sutton.
Okay.
You mean, well, it's pick one, Fitz or Sutton.
I know.
I know. I was telling Dan it's between Fitz or Sutton.
Is Sutton with the weather in Green Bay and Josh Rosen rookie? Well, I don't know how. Played in the West Coast college, so
Yeah.
I don't think he saw much snow.
Jimmy, bringing back up his permanent question about should he start Riddick. If you projected to lose by 10, you need to have Adams and then go pick up another Eagle. If Sproles or Clement or Smallwood are available in that order. Or no, I'm sorry, Clement, Sproles, Smallwood would be my
There you
order.
go. Yeah.
Yes,
I agree with that. As much as Riddick has some nice floor to him, you need a boom day to get a boom projected down 10 points.
You're looking for a high running back 2 day to try to catch up some points here if you're projected to lose by 10.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Yeah. Alex Axe, again, half-point PPR as well. Jordan Reed or Chris Herndon?
Reed.
I think we have a new one. I don't think I've seen his name before.
Varun?
If you can,
either way,
welcome. If you can provide your league scoring here, because it could change. Austin Eckler or Spencer Ware?
Unless it's 2-point PPR, it's Ware.
Yeah, go with Ware.
It's Ware. All right, Project Badass. Welcome back, guys. Gus, Spencer, Chubb, or Eckler in Standard League?
What? I forgot who Spencer was for a second.
No.
I'm just so used to seeing Ware. Ware for me.
Yeah, Ware also. I'm going to ask him for a friend when we're done with
Okay.
listener questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ware in this one.
Dylan's trying to plan his playoff schedule here.
Oh, you didn't tell me more?
Yeah, I have all right. So here's this question: I have Goff and probably a first round bye. Playing Goff this week and 15 at home against the Eagles. So he's playing Goff this week and next week. They're gonna drop in Cousins for Baker week 16 versus the Bengals over Goff. What are your thoughts?
I mean, Cousins has a pretty good matchup against the Lions that week.
Yeah,
I would just roll with it.
I think you're fine with Goff and Cousins. If you're
And I don't want to drop Cousins and run into him in the playoffs. Would be my concern too.
yeah,
Just hold Cousins because that week, Cousins and Baker, I mean, they might be close, but you're not going to gain a whole lot by picking up Baker, even if. And I don't think you gain anything by picking up Baker, so just roll with it.
Yeah, you're not really. It's more of a slight downgrade even because Baker does have the risk of just completely dudding. We've seen it before.
Yeah, if you want to play that, my move would be is you drop Goff for a potential streaming quarterback after Week 15.
Yeah, or just to hold on if you're concerned about somebody else picking up and playing against you. Project, yes, I am a Ravens fan. I'm a Vikings-Ravens fan. I figured we're going to rock the all black and Tuck We Trust jersey today. All right, moving on. Alex, again, half-point PPR. Pick 2. Sanu, Derrick Henry, or Doug Martin?
Henry Martin.
God, it has gotten... I don't want to tout Henry in any situation, but in this situation,
no.
I will.
It's a good matchup.
It is a good matchup.
I want fuck all to do with Sanu against the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough.
Completely agree.
We're going to piggyback on not piggyback, some more insight onto Dylan's question. It is 6-point passing touchdown. I don't think that changes for me. It's still Cousins. You still keep Cousins over.
Doesn't make a damn bit of difference for me.
Then Alex again asked Jameis Winston over Lamar Miller or Lamar Jackson. Sorry.
Yes.
Definitely over Lamar Miller. Closer with Lamar Jackson, but I'm still taking Winston.
You're going to Winston. Jackson has nice rushing floor, but we haven't yet to really see it from the passing game.
I think we might have another new person asking. Jerry
He asked,
Benshaw?
yeah, I thought he asked earlier.
He asked earlier, but I think then I welcomed him. But I think it's his first time watching the Sunday stream.
Well, then welcome.
Early's popping up, so welcome.
Start one. This one you may want to have your league scoring in there, so if you want to provide that for us, Jared, but we'll ask anyways. David Moore, Chris Godwin, or Sony Michel?
To me, it's pretty clear. It's Chris Godwin. There's no Deshaun Jackson, and it's a good matchup. And I don't even know that the scoring necessarily matters to me there because even if it's standard, Godwin always has touchdown upside.
Yeah, he says half PPR, so I think it is Godwin.
Yeah, with Moore, you're going for boom bust. Michelle, bad matchup, banged up, and Burkhead's back. There's gonna be a lot of people that I would say Michelle here. I think all three of us are gonna pivot to Godwin because he's got, I think, a little bit higher upside.
Yeah, higher upside, a little bit safer floor, just until we see how. Kind of get a feel for how New England's volume is going to work out because earlier in the season for Michelle it did not look good, and that's what we have to go off when their full complement of backs is healthy.
Yeah, he was not really much of a thought there when you had Burkhead, White, and Michelle active in the early parts of the season. Dylan asked again, Shreen Mariota over Matt Ryan.
I think that's a yes, but let me confirm.
It is okay.
Yeah,
So
I think it is.
Baltimore's on the road. This is in Atlanta. It's in a dome. Matt Ryan is. I think he leads the league in passing yards. No Tony Jefferson helps the secondary. Hurts the secondary slightly for the Ravens. I'm not studying Matt Ryan for Mariota.
Yeah, I'm still going Ryan. It's
close.
Probably the closest it's been in 2 months.
Mariota seems to always get hurt every other week.
Also a valid concern, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy just some more clarifying thoughts here. He said it takes 3 days to claim a waiver. Only thing that sucks is I'm in a league where it takes 3 days to claim a waiver out. But all fingers are pointing to Adams playing. Yeah, if you can't, I think you take that risk, Gil. Even if you can't pick up a Philadelphia.
Because I don't think Theo Riddick gets the job done for you.
It's still Josh Adams.
Yeah.
You're going for a 10-point catch-up here. You need the points that Adams is going to give you over Riddick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riddick is just going to give you floor, and if you're going for a 10-point catch-up, floor is not what you want.
Yeah, take that shot. Hopefully you can, hopefully it lets you, pick guys up after the Sunday games have rolled out for Monday players. All right, Hopper, what was you asking for a friend?
TJ Yeldon, Marlon Mack, Demaryius Thomas, or Dante Pettis.
Yeldon, Mack, Thomas, Pettis.
Pettis, a guy we haven't talked about a lot, other than the fact that I mentioned speed kills Seattle, and there's no Godwin or Goodwin or Garcon.
That might be Demaryius Thomas, no QT.
Gets Cleveland. He's not gonna. He shouldn't get Ward. Ward's gonna be on Hopkins.
Sure, I can live with that. I was considering it. I had to go back and look at it because, Yeldon, as much as I like the fact that there's receiving floor there against the Colts, the upside scares me a bit, and the insulation scares me a bit because we don't know how him and Hyde are going to be utilized.
Yeah, and Thomas at least gets you red zone looks. He had his nice mini breakout game.
And
For
You
the
don't have to rely
Texans
on the
last
big
week.
play like you do with Pettis.
Yeah,
and with QT, the target should be out. The target
it
should be there.
should
Yeah.
it should be Hopkins Thomas's show. They both
Yeah.
could see easily 8+.
All right.
Guys, got any more questions? Keep rolling them in. We're gonna keep looking at anything that breaks out in terms of news wise.
I don't think I've seen anything else. I guess we can talk about the Cardinals and Bengals stuff.
Yeah,
Randall Cobb is officially active. Kyle Lauletta is active as the quarterback too.
I'm waiting
Weird,
for
man.
them to make that change.
Funchess is officially going.
Well, they're playing the Bears, so it could be this week.
Yeah.
At halftime. That could be the. Oh God, I don't want to think about that. It helps some of my super flex dynasty leagues because I have Lou at them.
And we don't talk about defense a lot either, but Akeem Hicks for the Bears, they're fantastic interior pass rusher and run stuffer is officially going.
He gets no love.
No,
It's.
I mean, how many defensive tackles do get love outside Aaron Donald?
Oh my God, he should. He's so good.
Hey, he got a ton of love on the primetime game the other night where he was just dominating it from Collinsworth.
Oh, good.
I mean, Collinsworth loves so many people.
Yeah.
He does.
I don't think he hates anybody.
Anyway, Marvin Lewis is on the hot seat apparently in Cincinnati again. This is
I've
another
heard
conversation.
we've heard that shit before. We were all ready for him to get fired last year.
Yeah, but more of note, the GM and Steve Wilkes are both on the hot seat in Arizona.
That'd be such a dumb move to bring in Wilkes and then fire him after one season.
I could see them-
with their quarterback situation, their offensive line, all
I
that.
think the GM needs to be fired.
Yeah, for setting up just this horseshit situation. I think the GM's done the new coach no favors.
Yeah, let's pay Sam Bradford $20 million a year,
then play Glennon some money,
and then pay Glennon.
and then trade up and draft Rosen.
Then re-sign Fitzgerald for some Sorry, I like Fitz, and I think this was more of a service to him, but for some imaginary playoff chances, they didn't do anything to correct the offensive line. They haven't done a whole lot to help the defense.
Which the defense isn't bad.
The defense is not bad. No, the run defense is shit.
I think it's mostly they get worn down over the game
Because
goes
their
on.
offense can't keep up.
Yeah. Well, that's everybody, but regardless, I think the GM deserves to be fired for this one because I think he was living some fantasy that they were going to be competitive this year instead of just kicking into full rebuild mode.
Yeah, they tried to put together some sort of situation like, hey, we're gonna have a run with Sam Bradford and then hand it off to Rosen next year or something, and that was completely delusional.
That wasn't going to work.
So apparently, I love the sleeper buy. So the Browns won't reveal if they put a waiver claim on Cleveland native Kareem Hunt. There's going to be so many rumors.
Why would they?
Why? Like, why is that even a fucking like? Who cares?
They have Nick Chubb. Why would they?
Why would they need to?
Exactly. It's like, yeah, let's just throw some smoke out there, just because.
I mean, man.
All right. Marlon Mack did clear the concussion protocol. He is good to go and active.
That's good.
All right. Dreas asks, full point PPR, sit 1. Sony Michel, LaShawn McCoy, Austin Eckler.
Bye, Sony.
Yeah. This
See
is
ya.
the sit on Sony Michel show. Shit on the sit. There's a lot of S's.
I mean, it's a bad matchup.
Yeah. It's done.
It's a bad
fumbled
matchup
it.
without insulated carries.
Yeah, I mean,
I butt fumbled it.
it's really, really scary for any Michelle or White owners that and I'm blanking on his name, that Burkhead's back.
You're
Yes.
basically praying he falls into the end zone. It could be a lot of throwing, which means more James White. And they're not going to activate Burkhead if he's not completely healthy.
Speaking of which, I'm starting James White someplace. I should probably take a look at that and see what that's over.
It'd be very hard to sit Michelle. I get that. It's just
I mean,
that backfield is
yeah. Well, and part of the issue is he doesn't get passes. He has 6 catches on the entire season.
Yeah. And what made him valuable was the fact he got all the carries. With both White and Michelle healthy and active, it was all Michelle getting carries. White got the leftovers plus the pass catching work, but Burkhead's back. We got to see a little bit in I think weeks 2 through 5 or 1 through 4, something like that. What it would be like between Michelle and Burkhead, and I think Michelle had like 10 to 13 carries and like 40 yards and no pass catching work. So you're praying for him to fall into the end zone.
Yep. Basically, without a touchdown, you're in trouble. And the Vikings have allowed 3 rushing touchdowns all season. That's not an easy play. Dylan wants to know, is Randall Cobb worth a pickup in half PPR? My wide receiver 3 right now is Corey Davis. He's got Sutton and Traquan behind him. I don't think I would pick up Cobb over Sutton or Traquan. I like their upside more.
I mean, it depends who you're dropping. If you're dropping one of those 2 for him, no. But if you're holding on to
a second quarterback,
piece,
extra defense that you don't really need.
Because the one thing about Cobb is that at least we got to see what he could be like with Rodgers. We were high on him coming into the season. Obviously, the rise of the rookies with them hurt on that. He got hurt, but if he's healthy,
yeah, he's been hurt for basically since the second week of the season.
They need a number 2 there. They need somebody. Jimmy Graham's banged up. MVS is falling off the map, and then ESB he gets what? 5 targets.
Yeah, work.
So there is a number 2 that they need.
If they're going to make a run at it, they're going to need Randall Cobb to contribute, and they're going to need him to contribute in a big way. And Rodgers has rapport with them. He should be healthy after he's missed so much time. I don't think this is a situation where they're bringing him in not at 100%. I think he's absolutely worth an upside stash. That's a guy that, if he can get hot, is going to carry you at wide receiver 2 levels through the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get that from Traquan Smith. We've seen flashes, but it's been completely inconsistent. I like Sutton's week-to-week upside because his target volume's a little bit more insulated, but Smith's target volume hasn't even been insulated. So for me, I am making the switch of Traquan Smith to Randall Cobb, just because Randall Cobb can carry me to a fantasy title if he gets used. Traquan Smith isn't going to do that.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. He did go on this, so he could drop a defense or Justin Jackson. He has both Eckler and Gordon. I don't think you're dropping Justin Jackson. And
not right now, no.
Not until Gordon's back.
Not until Gordon's back.
Who's your second? What 2 defenses?
It depends on your defenses here. I wouldn't oppose to even making the move for Jackson. It's a 1-week rental. It's the same thing for Traquan Smith. You're just hoping for a boom, but
no, he's saying he could pick up Justin Jackson.
Oh no. No, I'm not picking up Justin Jackson.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not picking up Justin Jackson.
If he's still available, you probably don't have to pick him up.
Yeah.
You pick up Randall Cobb, though. I think you do get Cobb on your roster if you can.
So if you have the extra defense that you don't really need and you're just maybe holding just as a stream option, I would make the switch.
It depends on what your defenses are, though.
We're all over for the... Yeah.
Well, no, it's not a matter to me of do you, it's how do you do it.
Yeah.
And that decision is going to be what do my defenses have the rest of the season on, if it's for the defense or if it's for Traquan. You're doing it. It's just what are you doing it for?
Yeah. And Traquan could make it through waivers. If if you drop
Traquan,
if you
last
drop
week, he probably will.
You can drop Traquan, pick up Cobb. Cobb blows up. You're set there for at least for a little bit. If he doesn't, then you want to make the switch back over. There's a good chance. I mean, Smith has gone boom bust on all. Like it's been boom and very very much bust for him the last 3 weeks. It looks like a potential new listener here wants to ask Allen Robinson. I want to try to pronounce her name. Robinson or DJ Moore. If you want to provide lead scoring, that'd be great. I don't know if it matched. I'm going DJ Moore here.
DJ Moore.
Yeah, he's performed better. He's been more consistent. His involvement's gone up. You've got a backup quarterback starting for the Bears. You targeted actually Taylor Gabriel more. They're in New York, so I think that's going to be more of a try to establish the run type of game for Chicago and win with defense, given the decisions that they made this week. So I'm going DJ Moore.
Yeah. Even with Funchess active, he should be limited. Moore is more than likely the new one there, especially after what we saw this past 2 weeks.
Limited, actually. They came out and said that this morning.
Yeah.
Funchess will be.
Oh, then I do have it asking for a friend. Allen Robinson or Jared Cook? Halfway PPR.
Robinson, because I think the floor is at least Cook's upside.
I was looking at it for a while.
It's a wide receiver versus tight end situation.
I know.
So.
It's for, thankfully, obviously for a flex spot, but it's gotten to that point.
Robinson.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Throw them out there. Darius Slay should see Robinson.
No, he's saying this was last week.
Yeah, I said the same thing. They could have gone away from Slay, especially with Chase Shadow. They didn't want to attack a good shadow corner.
But
Robinson's going to get Janoris Jenkins. That's said on the show.
Who's not nowhere near Slay.
Who is pretty bad.
He's been better lately, though.
Yeah. The defense as a whole for the Giants has looked better lately.
Their run defense is not since they got rid of Snacks. Their pass defense has gotten better.
Yeah, but they're being competitive in games. I guess that helps. We got any more? All right. Dylan wants to know if Goff over Cousins this week was 6-point passing touchdown. So
yes.
Basically Goff for Cousins.
I love Goff's matchup this week.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, especially with Diggs potentially not playing. That hurts Cousins.
Oh, absolutely, because then they'll just lock down coverage on Thielen.
Means more Rudy, though.
Does mean more Rudy.
He's got a nice matchup. New England's terrible against tight ends.
All right. Well, we're getting close to 11:15. Any last thoughts before we send everyone off for their last game before the playoffs start for most people?
Yeah, for most people, just good luck. And my word of advice when you're setting your lineups, even if it's not a direct sit question, is just know what your projections are and know kind of what you need to get in. If you're locked in and playing for seeding, just maybe play the floor. Don't give it up. If you're in, but if you've got to have a win, this is it. There is no next week, so go ahead and throw the home run ball.
Yep, this is where you want to play your boom bust, guys. If you need that type of boom.
If you need a boom, play the boom. Play for the boom.
The boom boom.
Yep, agreed. It's just know what you're looking for, and also know your playoff scenarios too, so you can kind of have a gauge of how things are going. Because I have a situation where it's a win will get me in, but also another team losing will get me in. So just know those type of playoff scenarios and what you're looking at. It's kind of a fun way to root through the day and really add to the tension as you're enjoying this possibly your last week of competitive fantasy football. But I hope you guys all get the win and can get at least one more week of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we've all been on it. It's been a very busy week for me, so I haven't been able to think about it much. But this morning it hit me pretty hard.
Even in the league, I'm probably not making the playoffs, and there is still a very, very outside shot. So, and that's only one. I think everything else is either lock-in playoffs or dependent on today. Most of them dependent on today.
I have a lot of life support on some of these.
In my league, you two are fighting for the last playoff spot.
Yeah,
like me, Dan, and then
that's in multiple
leagues. I'm just an outside shot to get in there.
I think based on points, live studio audience effectively cannot get in.
It's a long shot.
Like she'd have to score like 250 points or something.
Hey, it could happen. Pavon says, do you think the Panthers D will score any interceptions this week? It's Jameis Winston, so there's always a chance.
He didn't throw any last week though.
He's due. San Francisco's terrible at picks, which is the reason I said to start him. They've only got 10 on the season. I think Carolina's a little better than that.
Yeah,
12.
I mean, it's always possible, but man, if you need Winston to bust, I am not loving your odds.
Yeah, Carolina's defense hasn't. It's a sharp run defense. It's basically the opposite of the Giants here.
If Tampa Bay had any form of a defense, they would be a playoff team.
Did you guys see the stat that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 1,000 more attempted air yards than any other team in the NFL right now?
That doesn't shock me at all.
I'm not surprised by that. I love their offense, but they don't have a defense, and that sucks because otherwise they would be a playoff team.
Joe, would you sit Devontae Adams for Conley because of the weather?
No.
I am not sitting unless the field is on fire. I'm not sitting Devontae Adams.
We've seen teams, especially.
It's funny because that's exactly why I asked you though how concerned you were about the weather. As I was considering pulling Adams for Baldwin.
Oh no!
Yeah, I came to that conclusion on my own. I'm like, man, that's overthinking it. That's dumb.
It's all about the win. We've seen high scoring games in snow before, so
I don't think we've had Sleek ask a question before.
We've had a few new listeners.
So shout out new people.
Shout out to all you good guys out there. Thanks for tuning in on what could be the most important week for fantasy right now.
Right. What do you got?
We got Keenan Allen, Kenny Galladay, Emmanuel Sanders, or Nick Chubb. Need 2 half-point PPR.
For me, it's Galladay and Sanders.
These are some big names.
Yeah,
Half point. Ooh,
Galladay and
boy.
Sanders. I've got Allen and Sanders.
I got. Oh my God, we're all gonna be different. I got Allen and Galladay.
Galladay, when he gets at least 5 targets, is absurd in his production.
Keep the leads back. I wonder if he's.
attack Pittsburgh, and they're gonna have to
But they don't
throw
shadow.
Howard.
They can just put Galladay on Peters.
They could. That's why I'm going to Allen and Galladay. It's not Nick Chubb. We've ruled out Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I'm not excited to watch him run into that Houston
And
Texans
I think there are
defense.
2 Allens and 2 Sanders.
No, all 3 of us are different.
Yeah, we split. For me, Galladay and Sanders are both in my top 10 this week. Allen's outside of it.
I'm just going to give some narrative, I guess, on that. Sanders is against the Bengals, and that's just a juicy matchup. He's the one on that team. So, to me, that's locked and loaded. That's your floor right there. For Keenan Allen, the slot is how you have to attack Pittsburgh. They don't have Melvin Gordon. They're going to have to score some points. So, I like Keenan Allen there. I don't have the exact stat line in front of me, but the slot is where receivers have performed against Pittsburgh, and about the only place they performed.
And Galladay could see shaded coverage to his way.
But
It's tough.
he's going to see
I like them all.
he's going to see 10 plus targets, I guarantee, in this matchup, and it's a game where they need to score to keep
I
up.
think you're probably okay whichever way you go as a takeaway here.
Yeah, sorry, Sleek. Your first question can be a show. We're all the same on here. We're all 3 of us are different, but these are all very high end players. So
Well, at least you got the decision that you're not playing Chubb.
Yeah.
Pavon wants to know Galladay or Juju.
we've already had this argument
It-
one day.
We did have this argument, but I've come around a little bit on this. I think you're probably going Galladay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a shot bet on this too?
There is, and I'm still gonna keep the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pull that back.
Oh God,
but
no.
After looking at the numbers a little more, I love Juju. He's always got the chance to go off and do something big, especially with the focus that gets put on Antonio Brown. But Galladay may be a little bit safer.
Yeah, it's Galladay for me still. I've not backed off that one.
Yeah, no, I'm still leaning Galladay.
All right, guys. Well, it is about 11:20. We got to get going.
To the bar.
Get people picked up, go to the bar, make sure we're all set and ready to go and pretty. I got to finish some coffee. If you got any more questions for us, you can tweet at any of us. I am at, you can get me at BeerfieldFF on the show account or at Nick Sparts. You can get Dan Thury at ThuryBFF
With 2 Fs.
with 2 Fs. Christopher Hopper is down in St. Louis.
At Hot BFF, 2 Bs.
Yep. Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. I wish you guys all the best of luck. Unless you guys are playing each other, in which case I'm not going to pick favorites. Hopefully you guys can all make into the playoffs, though, and get at least one more week of fantasy fun. We look forward to catching you guys Monday, where we're going to go ahead and recap this big slate of games and any more breaking news that happens. I'm sure at this point we're going to get plenty of it.
So home stretch, boys.
Yep, we're into December. We're getting to the very end here. This wraps up just before Christmas. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll catch you guys next time on Beerfield Fantasy Football.
See ya.
Later.
Peace. The fuck was that?
Wrong button.